We are in a heat wave, people, in case you haven't been outside in the last month, and it can be dangerous for us all if we don't take proper measures. Joining me today is Whitney Oki from Salt Lake Community College. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's great to have you here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Let's talk about how we can beat the heat because it is hot.
It is very hot, yes. So a simple way that we can all beat the heat and just protect ourselves as individuals is just by drinking enough water, by staying nice and hydrated.
Staying hydrated. Okay, it's not always the easiest thing to do, but let's first talk about why heat exhaustion is so dangerous before we talk about the remedy.
Yeah, great. So heat exhaustion in of itself proposes a number of different health symptoms that can be uncomfortable, and it's very important to take it seriously because heat exhaustion can lead to heat stroke, which is a medical emergency. So we need to make sure that we're staying hydrated, staying in the shade, and all those things.
Let's talk about the importance of staying hydrated, like you mentioned, and what maybe some things besides just water. There's other foods that are water rich that will help.
Yeah, exactly. Water rich foods are usually fruits and vegetables. The number one watermelon, it's in the name. Watermelon is full of water. It has a high content of water, and all of these fruits and vegetables also have key minerals as well. Cantaloupe, strawberries, cucumbers, and oranges are also way up there with water content. So you can add them into your water, you can just eat them, and it'll help contribute to your water intake.
And you brought this cute little mason jar right here.
Yes.
Doesn't that just look delicious, right?
That's one of my top tips for drinking water is spruce it up, put some fruit in it, you know, mix it up.
Yum. Makes it a little bit more appealing because I'm thinking as you're saying this, sometimes it's so hard to get enough water.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for us on how to actually drink enough water?
I do. So tip number one is to do like so. Spruce it up, add some fruit to your water, do carbonated water if you like that. And then tip number two is to keep it with you at all times. Like get a reusable water bottle, bring it with you to work, to school. When you're driving, your body will just naturally sip when it quenches thirst. And then before you know it, you have downed your, water bottle. And then tip number three is to just track how much water you're drinking. So some of us might think like, oh, I drink enough water, but until you actually sit down, usually containers on the bottom will say how many ounces or how many cups in something. And then you can either use like a phone app and track it on an app or a website, or you can just do some simple math. And a lot of us will be surprised how much improvement we have.
Just being aware of it is helpful, right?
Yeah.
To have it in your hand with you all the time, you'll definitely drink more. I feel like I'm always trying to trick myself, like you said, and adding things to it so I don't think it's just this boring water.
Exactly.
But those are such great tips. Okay, so how do we know if we are not getting enough water? My mind goes straight to my pee being yellow. Is that true?
It's true. So just giving a glance at your urine daily is some easy way that we can know if we're drinking enough water. So you want to stick away from those dark yellows and dark colors. That means that you're dehydrated. We want to shoot for something light yellow, almost clear. That's kind of like sign of healthy urine that you're staying hydrated.
Okay, well, all these great tips and more, where can we go to get more information?
Yes, so I work for Salt Lake Community College, like you mentioned. Our website is SLCC.EDU/CHC. That stands for Center for Health and Counseling. You can go there to learn more about my organization, and we also have a tab under Community Resources that has a list of different resources such as hydration and nutrition, mental health, all of that.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today and these great tips. Cheers. Stay hydrated. It is very hot out there.
It is. Thank you.
Thanks so much.